and we'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along, and we'll all hang out in kind. Howdy folks, it's Johan, your favorite little ink blob, back at it today with a little bit of Celeste. How is it going? 5 words, indeed. Welcome in Pug, welcome in Uno, currently trying to get Bowie. Where Berry? Wait, oh, like Golden Berry? Like, you feel like someone who surely has all of the normal berries already. Motivation to make the paper for Type B, 0. Motivation to replay the entirety of Celeste and 100% it for literally no reason, 100. Yes. I can understand such things. Strawberry jam, Bowie? Ah, I see. Ooh. At some point, I still need to make, or take a crack at making the strawberry pie recipe. I've still got it noted down in the lingo document. Did get a golden yesterday? Sick. Anyway, that's what you're doing? Nice. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta, like, rewatch or replay stuff. I have been trying so hard to avoid it because I'm, like, finally starting to, like, enjoy some, like, new content in my life again, but I have had, like, the powerful urge to rewatch Evangelion lately, and it's just like, no, I have other things to do. A 1A dashless golden? Yeesh. Want to 100% as in everything but golden berries because no, Celeste for a third time. Hey! Yeah, no, sometimes you just have a craving to do the thing. Ah! Well, this is evil. This is requiring quick reflexes, which I'm definitely known for. Woohoo! There we go. Hey, welcome in, Robert. How is it going? What? Oh, no, this is evil. Oh, nope. Magically time up correctly. When I do farewell could line up with when you do farewell. Maybe. I feel like that's being very generous to me, but I appreciate that. Welcome in, Ollie. How's it going? I didn't catch the context of it, but I did see you say something about finished in Tim's chat, so I'm guessing finished another book? Question mark? Ugh. Reading manga, I see. Nice. A fun manga, or finished? With what? The berry? Oh, that's right, we can upright the bubble. Finished One Piece 4 and finishing Parasite 3 tonight. Oh, nice. I haven't read Parasite, but I did watch the anime, and it was fun. I enjoyed. The berry keeps escaping. No! Have you tried trapping it? Like, get a little, what's the word for it? Oh, no! Like a little Twitch snare? Art looks so cool? Yeah. Who doesn't love, like, weird alien fusion? Fun fact, part of the 3.7% that beat Saint. I require more context for this. Beat Saint what? I mean, like, is this just, like, a particular... Oh, and oh, right, because one of the things you can get is Saint. Gotcha. It's like, are you... eating a particular saint from the canonized tradition? That seems somewhat not cool, but... No! There, I went upright, I shouldn't have. Also love ending on the I. But nice. Congratulations. Saint campaign from the DLC. Ah. Oh, so Saint becomes a scug. No! Ooh! Oh, I'm glad that I grabbed there. Fell asleep during the last stream and got woken up by Johan. Thank you for the raid screen. Whoops. Sorry about that quote. But hey, welcome in. Hello. Just beat the real Super Mario in Mario Kart? Whoa. The actual Super Mario? Ooh. Strange momentum. But doable. Okay. Welcome in, QWERTY. Chapter 1 start. This is like a fun time because I won't take only 2 minutes because I'm actually getting the berries. I see. So, forcing yourself to take a little longer. Ooh, wait, can we... can we grab the side? There we go. Ah! But that we don't grab strongly enough. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so we want to be on the other side. We're learning. I do appreciate this has like very like slow, funky, groovy vibes. No. Probably beat Hunter campaign. That's non-DLC, right? That's the like quote unquote hard mode where in theory we can eat more things, which I'm excited for. All of those things that I went, why can't I eat this? We can finally eat. Boop. Ooh. Oh, do we need to like dash into it so that... Yes, we need to dash into it. Haha! Look at me learning things. Okay. So those are just lights, so we need to unlock something either to the right or to the left. Whoa. Oh, I thought that entire block would come down. That's menacing. Okay, so what's up from here? Pop, pop, pop. Oh, okay. So like a little parallelism from the other one. So going to... Oh, so we grab the key from the right to grab the key from the left? I think? Oh, so is this just more mazes? Have fun. Oh dear. Oh wait! Oh, that looks deceptively like I should be able to grab that from here. Can I... Oh, I can use this to go to the right. Not currently. Okay. Damn, that is not a lot of folks. Okay, so no, we don't need to grab the key for this one. Ooh! Oh, this is evil. Yeah, that's kind of insane, Robert. So, I wish you much luck in trying for it. Oh boy. Ah! Well, that helped me get the doorbell, just not perhaps in the way we would have desired. The right one is going to be tough, but, I mean, all of this sort of depends on this stamina crystal to recharge our little grabby hands. So we go here. Sound like a fun person to make a puzzle with? As in, I don't know what's going on, but yeah! I'll take it. Twitch integration mod for Enrolled? Sick! Yeah, apparently I am puzzle streamer, somehow. This is... Look, kids. Oh god, I should... The old, this is your brain on drugs type commercial. We should do a, this is your brain, or no, this is your stream on Baba. Like, warn people about the dangers of playing Baba even once. Gridoller Gamer? Honestly, Gridoller was awesome. That was super cool. Whoa! Okay. No! I think we were on track there. Oh, landscape. Oh, like putting together a puzzle. Well, we did actually do that for a little while. People seem to have lost interest, but we were doing puzzle.io, so that we were all sort of collaborating on doing jigsaw puzzles, which was fun. Boop. Nice way to asynchronously hang out when we all had time. I think that puzzle is still going. I don't actually know where it's at. There was like a big sort of like lake at the top of a mountain is I think the last one that we had cooking. Or maybe someone finished it. I don't know. I've got like part of a plan here, but I'm just kind of trying the same stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the on that particular one, I think the two of us spent like, God, hour and a half just like hammering out the edges. But we were cruising. Most of it. So you were waiting for others to work on it. Yep. No, and that's kind of the thing, right? That's I typically did it as like a, oh, I'm just gonna like chip away at it a little when I'm like sort of feeling along those lines. Because I've got puzzles with like friends that live far away from me that we've just been like doing a few pieces every once in a while over the course of like a year. They can take a while, but I don't know. It's a nice way to just sort of like keep stuff popping, even when it's not a super frequent thing. What? Art and Parasite is so cool. Yeah. I am curious how the manga handles some of it. It's like, just because anime are often based on manga does not mean that they always preserve the same art style, so I should check it out. Oh, something kind of fun. Sorry, that was several chains of thought there. Me. Oh, my library has Parasite. I remember shelving it the other day. To, oh hey, I should talk about, yo, cool thing that I remembered. Since my commute is, somewhat sizable to my job, I've been like listening to podcasts and such in the morning, which I am not a big podcast person. Okay, wait, hold up. So we go here, we jump here, and then we dash up, grab stamina crystal. Yes. Okay, I think something along those lines is good. I'm not a big podcast person. I typically cannot focus on just audio for that long, but I've been listening to the Magnus Archives, which very fun, like little cosmic horror vignettes, which I've been enjoying with like some amount of meta narrative, which is really cool. No! So we need to get onto the other side of that one. Okay. But it's like little cosmic horror vignettes, which are awesome. But oh, I need to probably re-grab the dash crystal. Okay. But what I've actually just realized is that my library has an app that allows you to check out like digital materials, and you can also manage holds on like physical copies, and that gives access to some of the audiobooks that they've got, because they've got some digital copies. And there's been so many books that I've been trying so hard to read, but I'm still like burned out on reading. It's so tough for me to like really get rolling on stuff. So I just checked out A Canticle for Leibowitz. I'm already an hour in after one commute. May or may not have spent a little extra time in my car, but yeah, like, yo, it's really nice just like having access to stories that I've been meaning to get around to. Look up the Range Touch Podcast Network. I listened to like 4 different podcasts from them and finished the 5th one. Nice, okay. The Ranged Touch. I will consider that, but yeah, at least for the time being, I'm chunking through some of the books I've been meaning to get around to, so I'm excited for that. It makes me quite happy. But Ranged Touch. Alright. Surely it has nothing to do with D&D 3.5 ranged touch attacks, no? Boop. Ah, overdid it. Are there 3 anons in the puzzle? No. Probably people without puzzle.io accounts, which I think is a perfectly reasonable thing. Got all berries in chapter 1 first try. Get all berries in 1 try. Will not continue, Lamau. Chapter 1 is the only one you have remembered. That is fair, I think. Boop. What? We missed the crystal. This feels very rude. Very rude indeed. Okay. Yeah, Canticle for Leibowitz. I've been wanting to read for a while. I've heard good things about it, as a like, there's a lot of post-apocalyptic fiction that's like, hey, nuclear apocalypse or whatever happened, and now people can't remember what it was like in the before times. Which is like, okay, yes, that's been done so many times. But, it seems to be doing a decent take on it so far, and it's on the earlier, heavy air quotes, end of that, but, yeah. Yay, Barry? Yay! Congrats. That said, I'm only like 3 chapters in, so we'll see how it changes. But as I understand it, it's a story that sort of takes an arc through like the reintroduction and redevelopment of technology. But like, hey, can we do it better this time? Hey, welcome in, Jammer. Welcome in, Tesla. How is it going for both of you? Hello again. Yes, Jammer. Yeah, so excited to be chunking along on that. And also have like weird stirrings of a like comparative essay about the Battlestar Galactica reboot. Because I'm not quite done with it, but I'm like halfway through the final season, and I'm very curious. I can't find any information on if the show writer read like a lot of Harlan Ellison, but I'm feeling fairly confident that there is at least a like cheeky nod to I have no mouth and I must scream with one of the characters going on. Going good? Yay! Fantastic! This is great news. If anyone hasn't read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, I recommend it. It is, I guess, mature content warning. Like, you know, if you're, it is somewhat graphic in both violence and sexuality, but it's a really interesting. It's a very interesting little short story. That it's kind of funny because, as far as I understand it, Harlan Ellison, who wrote it, is kind of annoyed that it got popular because it was not. He wrote it in a night. This was not like his best work, and it's one of the things that gained like the biggest cult following. But it's just it's a very sort of raw look at like the creation turning on the creator. Harlan Ellison is an interesting person. Yeah, I don't know too much about him, but as I understand it, he's basically a very weird misanthrope. Yeah. About a 99% chance, I've asked this before, but I keep forgetting to whom I asked this question. Are you watching Dan Da Dan? I don't think you've asked me. I've seen a couple of things talking about it, and I'm intrigued, but I am not currently watching it. So how do we do this? Oh, do we go onto the middle one, onto the right, maybe? Listening to him talk about the INHM, oh, I have no mouth and I must scream game, and voicing AM makes me feel like I would hate being around him, but I love what he does. Well, yeah, that's, again, people can make stuff that's really cool and you're interested in, even if you wouldn't necessarily want to sit down to a pasta dinner with them. Just got jump scared by a Forsaken City block. Thank you, map designer. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, no, it's I don't know enough about him to like really genuinely comment, but I'm trying to think if hold up, what else does he do? Because I know I've read I Have No Mouth. I'm trying to think. My brain is linking that with There Will Come Soft Rains, but I'm pretty sure that's Ray Bradbury. So I should hold up one moment. So Harlan Ellison. No, we have not finished Rain World. We still have quite a ways to go, but we split up the day a little bit, Big Ed. We're taking a so we're doing Celeste, we're on 5B. We're taking a quick moment because I'm trying to remember how much Harlan Ellison I've read. You never really finished Rain World? That's kind of the vibe I get. Like, it's a place to go and experience stuff. I'm sure even if you, like, find all of the big things, there's still new experiences to be had. Oh, Oh, he did a Star Trek episode. The City on the Edge of Forever. I don't remember that one that well. Right, and Dangerous Visions I've heard of as a collection, but I don't think... Man, I guess I've only read one thing by Harlan Ellison. Weird. I feel like I should fix that. Okay. Nope. Great. Good job, Johan. But yeah, it's the story had an impact on me. I have no mouth. And it's very interesting. Spoilers for the reboot of Battlestar Galactica from the early 2000s, if anyone is worried and or cares about it. But basically, what? Hold up, so we can go here. So, oh, wow. Yeah, I was trying way too hard on some of that. Yay, we got the key! But, for what? I'm sorry, I just saw the phrase, I have 14 bonus tumors. That sounds... I'm not sure that a bonus tumor sounds like a good thing. I'm guessing that's something with the end is nigh, though. Oh, so we need to go up? Blah. This is vanilla. This is my first playthrough of it. Boop. Oh, sorry. Technically speaking, I played it for 30 minutes when I first got the game. And I was doing it with a keyboard, and it was miserable. So, this is my first real playthrough, where I'm feeling confident in attempting things, and I'm doing it with a controller. So then we drop down there. No! Yeah, Edmund McMillan games be Edmund McMillan games. Alright. Right, so yes, as I was saying, brief spoilers for, actually, fairly significant spoilers for, the Battlestar Galactica reboot, if anyone cares. But basically, you've got Cylons, which were made by humanity, and there's some weird chicanery where it turns out that, you know, this is all a cycle, this has all happened before, and it will happen again as a oft-repeated phrase in the show, which is great because it's a reboot that diverges somewhat significantly from the original series, so it's sort of a cheeky nod to, hey, we've already done this show. But we've just found out that they've been searching for Earth and the 13th tribe of humans because humanity had something bad happen on their source planet of Kobol, which, interesting stuff there because the show is written by a Mormon dude, and Kobol is definitely a Mormon reference because of the hymn Should I Hide to Kobol and stuff like that. Not very well versed in it, but it's interesting, and I'm curious about that read on it. In any case, 12 colonies get nuked by their creations. They set out to try and find the 13th tribe of humans. Turns out that 13th tribe of humans was actually robots made by the previous humans. Turns out that basically this new batch that has been made has been searching for the final 5 of them because they knew there were 12 models. Turns out that those final 5 were all people from that 13th colony who are being tortured, kind of, sort of, by their first sort of human Cylon hybrid. Cylons are the name of the robot. Sorry, I'm trying to gloss over it, and I think being very bad about it in the course of that. Cylons are robots built by humanity, apparently over and over again. The ones on the 13th colony were very human-like, like literally engaging in biological reproduction. They had something happen on their planet, came to the 12 colonies, who were now dealing with their own Cylon problem. Those 5 that made it to the colonies said, hey, we'll build you human bodies if you'll stop killing people. And they did that, and the first human Cylon that they made got very angry that he was made as a human rather than as a machine. And he has this monologue that reminds me a lot of, because AM, in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, is a basically military supercomputer that gets, well, technically several that get linked up across a number of global superpowers, and then basically gets very upset and kills everyone and everything. But keeps 5 people alive to torture, And they don't quite understand why it's doing that, but we find out that in a lot of ways it's because AM feels like a prisoner of its existence. Skills issues? Yes, indeed. Welcome in, Nobo. They find out that it's because it's frustrated by the limitation of its creation. It was given sentience, but not a way to touch the world, to smell, to taste. It's frustrated by the limitations of its mechanical existence, which I always loved as a concept. Whereas we've got one of the Cylons, the first of the Cylons, is frustrated by the limitations of his biological existence, that he watched a supernova, the very act of creation itself, and had to do it through ridiculous gelatinous meat orbs. It's just, the monologue reminded me a lot of AM. I'm like, that's very interesting. It's also very interesting because there are the 5 Cylons and the 5 people that AM keeps alive to torture in BSG. He's torturing them by wiping their memories and forcing them to go live out their lives as humans without any knowledge of what they really are. And it's just, there's some interesting thematic parallels. But what really clinches it for me I think that this might be makes me really think that this might be like a little cheeky nod to I Have No Mouth is that one of the 5 that are kept alive in I Have No Mouth is named Ellen. One of the final 5 in Battlestar Galactica is named Ellen. And this is in no way conclusive, but it's one of those things of there's a surprising amount of parallels in like that little thematic story beat that I'm like, okay, that's maybe you read it and you're influenced by it, but the fact that there's a common name across those 5 just feels, I don't know, that feels like a little tap alongside the nose of, do you see what I did there? So, yeah. So there's my little ramble. No more spoilers, don't worry. Trying to make a YouTube short type video for your sister using DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, I use DaVinci Resolve for my stuff. I don't do a whole lot of editing in it, but it's pretty nice for a free thing. Unrelated note, did anyone else know? Oh, the Bible thump thing? Yeah. I read a little bit about that. I don't know enough about it to really have strong opinions. But yeah, Binding of Isaac is a nice little one, and it does sound like the creator was interested in renewing, and Twitch was just sort of like, eh. Twitch is ruined now, going to Kick. Dun dun dun. I don't even know. So, okay, so Kick is an alternate streaming service, but like, what differentiates it from any other streaming service? I don't think I've seen a single piece of anything from Kick. Less moderation? Oh dear. And they give you more money? Ah, I see. Ah. You can guess from that? Yeah. Yes, I can. I clicked on one of those streams on Twitch last night just to say, like, I have never actually tuned in to that kind of content. And you know what? More power to him. It was not at all my thing, but I can understand why folks would. They advertised 95.5 or something? Really? I'm fascinated as to how they think they can... I'm fascinated as to how they think they can support that. Because, I mean, like, Twitch already struggles with actually, like, making an amount of money, because it costs a lot of money to run this, like, amount of video service. I'm just like, look, so I've been streaming, God, I don't know, it's been, well, okay, so from January until, what, September, I was doing it for, like, 4 or 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, so 25 hours a week, so... If that was so, yeah, it's probably been around 1,000 hours of streaming to multiple people, which takes a fair bit of internet. And what they've made out of me, since I've gotten a payout for what, like $60, and then we've got a little bit sitting around, and they make about half of that. So for a few thousand, so for 1,000 hours of me streaming to them and then replicating that in watch hours, they've been paid about, what, $70? I mean, that's tough economically, and remember, it's cool, because the fact that we're monetized means we're in, like, the upper percentage of streams. So that's kind of crazy. Hey, welcome in, Swiffer. How goes? You run a gambling site and have a bunch of streamers live stream using their site. Ah, there it is. So use it to work with another product. That makes sense. Almost more of a loss leader. I feel like this is a prank somehow. Chat, is this real? Oh, 1,000 hours of streaming almost made it to the amount of hours you have in Bob Is You. Hot damn. Downloaded it once and there was 1 million viewers on the gambling category and barely any. Ah, yep, yep. There we go. We understand now. This seems intractable, which means that I'm just seeing it wrong. So we can do something along these lines, but I'm trying to, like, there's one more thing I haven't tried here. Going under. That doesn't seem great. It has a category that is just straight up piracy of shows. Jesus, really? Wow. Huh. Wonder how long that will last for him. 5. Yes! How's it going, Tim? How is Amori? Whoa. You're sick, but luckily tomorrow's a holiday here, so don't have to work? Hey, nice! We enjoy the spontaneous breaks, especially when they line up well. Sorry that you'll be sick during a holiday, but glad that you've got the day off. It was good, only mildly traumatizing? Hey! That's good. Freeze peach? I'm sorry, what's a freeze peach? Okay. 5 Bs. Yeah, only mildly traumatizing. I have not played Mori yet. I do actually own it, and I do plan on playing it, which is part of why I can't actually watch Tim that much. Sad. What? Hold up. Is my... Okay, Dash is still working, it's just being weird. White top, freeze peach. Oh, so sound alike? Sounds similar to freeze peach. Oh, free speech? Oddly traumatizing and Amori do not work in the same sentence. Wow. Ding ding ding. But how does that help me in Celeste? Oh no, I see. For kick, I see. It's a very long game, but a great one. Yeah, I have heard good things about it. After 7 hours, left the prologue finally. Hot damn. Whoa, 7 hours for the prologue. Yeesh. But I mean, hopefully sets you up for some good stuff then. Otherwise, what a time investment it's asking for. So, yes, I am trying the same thing over and over and getting mixed results. Not mixed. Not good results. So dashing straight through, at least to me, seems to be the most obvious solution of it's probably difficult, but doable? But we kind of have to fall there. The angle doesn't allow us to go higher. You're focusing on the wrong decision. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes, Nobo? What if I dashed earlier? I was doing that earlier, and I wasn't seeing anything that seemed to help. is entirely binary. Earlier. As in, what if I ignored the bubble? Do you X or not? Oh, is there... I believe the average playtime would be about 30 hours. Pretty long for an RPG? Oh, wow, yeah. Wait, what? What does dashing into the bubble do? Huh? Oh! Oh! Ah! I understand now. Yeah, that would be a valid use. Oh. Binary issue. Oh, God. Johan.exe has stopped working. Yep. Oh my God. Like, man, if only we could change the initial state of things. Ah! Almost 69. Ew. I just had a Soremu moment. Oh no. Bleh. Wondering how long it would take. Oh, that would have taken me a very long time on my own. So, we're still having some issues, but at least now we see. We can see clearly now the dash is gone. Nothing. Ask what your current problem is, why it exists, and how it might be solved. Yep. Okay, so down here. Oh. Ozempic. Oh, what? Ugh. No! I do not like this! Oh, this is horrific. Oh, you're at one of the Nemesis berries. Nice. Oh man, you know, I forgot to make a list of them, but I should go back at some point and find all of the Nema berries and just, like, prove to myself that I can wreck all of them now. Don't worry, I got stuck there. I got stuck there embarrassingly wrong as well. Huzzah. Glad to know I'm not alone. It's the one you made the wanted poster for. Oh no. Well, good luck. I'm sure you'll get it. The red middle, the Tyrannosaurus has rights. Trans rights? Wah! Knowing how to route is such a good skill in Celeste, and I feel like in a lot of things, really. Oh, down left. Down left. Trans lefts? Whoop. And the berry is done. Nice, bug. I know, I'm trying! I'm trying! It's having issues. Look, if I try and be straight, I go diagonal. If I try and be diagonal, I go straight. It's the real problem in the dating scene. It's a pain in the butt, yes. Berry, strawberry, Celeste reference. Whoa! Oh, that's evil. There's a trick with that one. Ah, using kind of advanced things. Well, hey. If they... I panicked. If it works, it works. Maybe someday I too will learn. Where do I need to go from there? What? Oh, neutral jump? Oh my god, that's right. I learned how to neutral jump. Fun fact I found out about farewell, by the way, it's long. Well, isn't that like a phrase, the long goodbye or the long farewell? So, dear God, I wish you luck as you approach. Or actually, you said that you were working on it, right? So, as you approach the end. What direction works with the bubble? I don't know. I need to go there again to look. You're on the last room, you believe? That's good. But again, it's long. Oh dear. So a lot getting there. I was 6 scared of 7 because sign of 21. I don't know my signs that well, but sin, I suppose? purple bot. Oh, partial. Very nice. Very nice. Ah, okay. Sine of 21 equals the cosine of 789. I see. Oh, is that because of the cyclical nature? So that 21 plus. Yeah, okay. Ah! Is it lots of jelly? Lots of jam? Ah! Dare you to play Final Goodbye 90. It's like 100 times harder than Farewell and also like 10 times longer than Farewell. I have not beaten it yet. I've only tried once and gave up because it was too hard. Oh god, coming from Pug, that's deeply upsetting. That's like, oh, I can't think of like world-renowned strongman right now, but well, let's go with Arnold Schwarzenegger for, you know, someone that everyone knows. Oh my god, knows as a strongsman. It would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, "Oh yeah, no, that rock is too heavy to lift," and it's just like, ooh. So like I'm gonna be able to do that. Bow. No. Learned about higher order functions and recursive functions. Haven't decided if you like it yet. I don't think I've done much with higher order functions, or at least termed in that way, but like functions that return functions. I have done a fair bit with recursion though, which I suppose is technically returning the function, but recursion is nice. It's not always the most efficient, but it can be quite elegant. Huh. I'm not seeing a route there. Currently playing Sands of Time. Nice. Hey, welcome in, Aku D&D. How goes? We're trying to figure out where the hell to go in this final bubble. Ever used filter a map? You used a higher order function? Yes, but my understandings of what's going on under the hood in those are somewhat low. Goes well? Yay! This is Frab just news. Also, please don't ever do recursion. Too bad, I like recursion. There's certainly efficiency issues with it, but... Oh wait, we can go back... We can go back to the right. Doi. You have an irrational hatred for the concept? I have an irrational love for it, so I guess we balance out. This room is kind of hard to do fast. Ah! So you're practicing speedrunning this chat. I see, gotcha. Yeah, I can see how that would be difficult to do fast because it's very like rhythmic. Particularly randomization with restriction. Interesting. I've not come across that. I love doing it for like the Fibonacci sequence. I know that's horribly inefficient. I much prefer like a dynamic solution to it, but it's fun to watch it go burr. Like the Rhythm Doctor? Wow. If you dash the second you get into a bubble, you do something called a fast bubble, or fash bubble. It goes faster? Oh, interesting. I think that is a fair ways beyond me, but... There we go. Clunky as hell, but it does the job for personal projects. True! Okay. Bit of a dirty method, but create a function that randomizes, checks if conditions are met, and call the function if not. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that feels... I guess it depends on the restrictions, but that feels like something where you should be able to limit the randomized things. You should be able to figure out the restrictions you're working on them for, but and limit the actual like generation. But mayhaps I am wrong. Oh, I think we need to climb onto it so then we can dash and throw ourselves with momentum, using for creating only completable tile puzzles. Ah, okay. I had an idea for a Rhythm Doctor level. I wanted to use a remix of a song, but I ended up finding a Silva Gunner rip, and now that's what you're gonna use, probably. Nice! Ooh. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So how do we do this? Because we want to dash while we're clinging to that so that we can get momentum, yes? Well, so... Or can... I don't suppose we can, like, bounce off of it. We can't, like, get stored in there, so it's got... I sense it's gonna be something to do with managing to not use a dash getting there, but... Yeah, you finished Parasite 3 too? Nice! Congratulations! Congrats! Whoa. But yeah, I wonder if I can, like, basically hit myself like a ping pong paddle. Or... I doubt that it's the intended solution, but maybe... So, okay, so no, because dash makes physics act weirdly. Maybe we can cheese it and land on... Maybe we can cheese it and land on the edge of this? Wait, what? It is intended? To cheese it by landing on the edge? Or at least that's what I was intending to say. I don't know what words actually came out of my mouth. One step is needed, though. Ah! No, ping-ponging. Okay. So what can we do for ping-ponging? Like, that was nice and violent. So, we've gotta... It feels like we have to, like, be at the apex of our dash and falling down so that we're not being locked in by the dash physics. But the way this works, it will always push us while we're mid-dash if we even get to. So... Dashing into it didn't help. Yes, we'll hydrate. Thank you, Robert. I have to dash. What are the problems with each direction? Good question. So, if we do this, if we dash straight up, it's locking us into movement upwards, and it does not help anything. If we dash up left, we go too far out. If we dash right, we're still too busy moving in that. Dashing down seems like a way to just kill us. Dashing right won't give us any sort of verticality. Yeah, I did indeed finish Volume 1 of Railgun. Unfortunately, none of the other ones are available as ebooks, so I will be needing to figure out how to consume more of that. Or, none of them are available from my library. Yeah, they literally only got the first volume. Yes, I am aware. I am aware. Dashing rightly to spikes. No! Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Mayhaps, we will see. Well, it leads to spikes or slamming into the platform, but we've already used the dash. Sorry, that was upright, and we've done that a few times, but it's still having us, like, hang on the thing. Because it's not reversing our direction, it seems. Goal is to read a manga or two each night. I might sleep at 11 p.m. instead of 2 a.m. Ah! So, you sort of use that to interrupted the reading craving. What is it reversing? The dash momentum, it seems. It's not actually reversing it, but it's fighting against it. Way to reverse your direction when in contact with a wall. Oh, crap. Wait, really? Oh, that's going to take a bit, but... So, jumping off of it? That would be very cool and very annoying if that's what it is. Oh, God. Okay. So, we're treating it like... We're treating it like a ninja jump. Bah. I think of that as like the, oh my god. Okay. Call it a block boost. Huh. Done this before, I'm pretty sure it's just more intimidating setup. Maybe. Same idea as the first dash jump. Huh. What? Wait, I think did I phase through there, or did I just... Huh. ×2. Johan. Yes. Huh. They are fun, but dear god. Use the momentum the block provides to jump off it with immense velocity. Huh. That's gonna be a lot of huzz there, Nobo. Okay. Okay. Oh, up and to the right. Okay. This is a little more cycles. Yeah. Somehow, even though I'm bad with cycles, this still seems a little more friendly, like from Rain World. Yes. Okay. Boop. Oh. I could see that going wrong. So now, up, dash left. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That was half right. That was all wrong. Rhythm room, but not that one, no. Time to watch Johan from the comfort of my bed. Wait, what's this? Twitch mobile? Is it decent or more heinous? No, more heinous. Sadness. Well, Tim, the obvious solution, just gotta have a full-on PC in your bed. What could go wrong with that? More heinous for sure. Oh, I was for a brief moment of glorious joy, I thought that maybe they had fixed it and that's what Tim was going for, but no. No. The TikTokification of everything. Okay. Or a laptop? Nah. That's like a reasonable solution there, Jammer. How dare. Okay, so now we can do this. One page is in dark mode, and then you switch pages and it's light mode. Oh! Ugh! Downloaded modded Twitch and now I have the old UI. I don't like it for some reason. Huh. It's broken you. Yay? Oh. Oh no. There's a singular mosquito in your room every night. That's somehow worse than a swarm of them. I'm sorry, Madeline. I'm not just trying to run you into spikes. You're an internationally used website, Twitch. Why is your UI so bad? Because you gotta make it look more like TikTok. I would argue a swarm is worse. Oh, probably. Like, in reality, yes. But for the sake of annoyance, it's like, there's just one. It's so close to not being awful. Okay. I think I see what we need to do. But yeah, no, there's so many things that I feel are trying too hard to replicate bigger, like, big successful things. And that's, like, something that... Whoa, wow, that was weird rumble. Something that's been kind of getting me down recently. Some of you may remember. I'm really into Magic. I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. It's a game I love a lot. I am very sad because I used to love going to, like, Friday Night Magic. My local game store would do like a draft and I was so excited. I haven't been able to go to one in years because Pandini. But I'm like, hey, you know, I might move out into a situation where I can be a little more loosey-goosey. But I don't know if I'm still going to be interested in like Friday Night Magic these days, because they've announced that the Universes Beyond sets are going to be part of Standard up and coming. So like the main cycle of play is going to include Universes Beyond. Universes Beyond is Magic sets that are built on non-Magic properties. So there's going to be, I believe, a Final Fantasy and a Spider-Man one confirmed for next year, which, as someone who really enjoys the Magic story, is something that had a lot of cool stuff. So like the Doctor Who cards, absolutely, but as something that is part of the normal cycle of play and actually replacing one of the normal in-universe sets. And it's gonna get more people in, 100%. It just is a little sad as someone who it's a little sad as someone who really enjoys like the actual story of Magic that has been told. Like, yeah, it's not the best one in the world, but it's really interesting. There was a lot of world building that I liked, and it's going to be don't ruin your world with cameos. Yeah, and it's something I'm still kind of coming to grips with, because like I've got a friend who is new to Magic, and they're loving it. This is what got them into Magic, and now they're getting to explore some of the stuff. So is it good for the game? Maybe. It's going to get some new players in, and I don't know. Are old players going to stick around for it? I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because blah, but I don't know. Maybe folks will. No, Fortniteify Magic? No, but that's exactly why I was bringing that up, is I think that's sort of, it's that motion, right? It's the time to start making it something that can be a vector for other intellectual properties and tie-ins, because Fortnite, I don't know a whole lot about Fortnite. So this is, in fairness, this is me talking from my armchair. But like my understanding is that Fortnite doesn't really have a story. It seems to be a vector that is meant to be sort of as bland as possible so that you can jam as much other intellectual property into it to sell more skins and such. I'll play Fortnite once they add Miku. I mean, hey, everyone has their point, right? No story? Does it have story? Are they at least diegetically explained? Not to my knowledge. Magic does have Miku, this is true. We've got some secret layers. But yes, Hatsune Miku. There have been some alternate art ones. And the thing is, like, yes, Magic has like the ability to do that, and I'm genuinely a little terrified that they will. because Magic is something where there's a whole bunch of different worlds called planes, and there are people that can move between them. The thing is that Magic, in a lot of ways, those planes have almost, at least to me, felt more like individual planets than like entire universes within it. So I don't know. I've got some concerns about how some of the stories require things to expand and such. They can be fine if they're sparse and carefully explained and have thematic and mechanical relevance. Otherwise, nah. Yeah, and it's this really rough thing, because I think that a lot of the Universes Beyond Magic sets genuinely are bangers. I think they're really good. I've watched a lot of them. I haven't gotten to play with them personally, but I've watched them. They seem like cool cards. A lot of times they're nailing the flavor. They're doing a really good job of taking these other properties and translating some of these things into in-game mechanics. And that's awesome. I'm also realizing I need to stop grabbing when I jump so that I get more verticality. Why am I jumping off the block? Because eventually we get hit by Spike. But I shouldn't be grabbing when I do that, I think. Wait, no, grabbing is the way. Oh, wait. Doi. Grab onto the other side. Well, I've been trying, but that's a very good recipe for me to die. Oh, wait. You're saying just climb onto it. I'm going to cry. Guess who forgot that you can just climb up? Yep. Yeah, no, that is 100% what happened. Sorry about that. Does it change the gameplay in Standard? So, up until now, Swiffer, it hasn't. Because they have always been supplemental sets. Those are things that can be integrated into Commander and whatnot, but Commander is a format that's always been something that's very like Kitchen Table. You have conversations about what people are okay with and what they aren't beforehand. So that's been fairly easy to manage, is my understanding. It's been a little frustrating because it also has made its way into like Legacy. There was a whole thing about like Legacy Humans was a fairly big deck. And then very early on, one of the Universes Beyond ones was Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. I hated that because it did not jive super well. And Rick became a core staple in Legacy Humans, which was just sort of like, ugh. But what they've announced is that, so typically Magic was on a 4-set cycle each year. They are now doing 6 sets, 3 of which will be in-universe story and property, 3 of which will be Universes Beyond. And those 3 Universes Beyond sets will be Standard legal. If you are playing Standard, Universes Beyond is going to be part of that. So, yeah. Johan realizing brain is not indeed brained. Correct! It's one type of game which can fully ace cameos in games with next to no story, only No, and that's exactly. And that's not what Magic has been so far, but at the same time, I know that Hasbro has been leaning a lot on Wizards of the Coast to make money, because Wizards, as I understand it, is pretty much the only solvent part of Hasbro right now, which is why we've seen some, shall we say, interesting ideas about how to monetize D&D stuff, and why we've been seeing a lot of what I would consider bad decisions for Magic. But yeah, no, it's tough. It's one of those things of like, will I stick around and just try and enjoy it? Because like, I'm mostly a draft person, so like maybe I just play during the sets that are in-house, but I don't know. I will need to see, but it's got me worried. You know what? I have a bad idea. I'm playing 9D. Uh-oh. No! I didn't grab soon enough. Like the TBOI card game, the Warp Zone is entirely made out of disparate cameos, but the card game has no internal story, and the game itself is already quite cameo-heavy, so it works so long as the card functions. Yeah, makes total sense. Games with stories can pull off cameos, quite well in fact, but never perfectly. But when it starts, and that's sort of, I've been willing to be like, you know, it's more than I would like, but sure, right? Like, I don't have to engage with them, it's not interrupting the main story, sure, whatever. Now it's interrupting the main story. So it's, yeah. I think it's gone more. Wizards is why your D&D group finally switched to Pathfinder? Yeah. Pathfinder is something I've wanted to check out. I still like D&D. D&D is how I keep in touch with a lot of folks. But, I mean, that's also partially because we enjoy messing around. My dad had some of the OD&D source books. I've only done one of those, but man, was that a trip. Because OD&D is, like, only one step removed from chainmail, which is how D&D really started, right? I did like when the bassist got replaced by Powerpuff Girls. Wait. Oh, of the Gorillas. I'm sorry, what now? Because that, I have not heard of that, but that's kind of great. And, like, that feels like something where you're having fun experimenting with... That feels like something where you're having fun experimenting with the abilities afforded to you by your medium of performance, right? Like, oh, we can swap that out. We can have an animated character be our bassist. Like, that's in good fun. But if, like, that would be something that would suck if they just turned themselves entirely into Powerpuff Girls and that was how they performed from here on out, right? I need to listen to more Gorillaz, but... Realized Ace was the same Ace from PPG. Oh, from Powerpuff Girls? Celeste played 90 for you, it said no. Yeah, so Gorillaz as the cartoon band had Murdoch as the bassist, and they went to jail, so it became Ace. Okay. Interesting. Starting Everest didn't even show up this time. Uh-oh. Mine just did not connect with you. So, okay, so hold up. I don't know Ace from the Powerpuff Girls. Ace. Powerpuff. Powerpuff Girls. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever actually seen this character. He was a gang leader. Huh. But okay. And yeah, so that's yeah. At least to me, that feels like an interesting form of expression. But yeah, like if they made that their whole thing, I would be dubious if that was like great. And now the rest are, you know, what, Bubbles, Buttercup, and oh, there's one more. I can't even tell you which ones I just named. Daisy? Is one of them Daisy? But Blossom, right? Okay, yes. Yes. Have to enable the D-sides, But yeah, so like, if the Gorillaz became entirely that, I would be like, are they still the Gorillaz? Pedantic, but you wouldn't be dubious, but you would be doubtful. Oh yes, certainly. But meaning came across. We will indeed hydrate, thank you. I would feel dubious. Well, Gorillaz has a story, but as a fictional band, the real musician is only Damon Albarn. Yeah. But, like, they still have a certain vibe and aesthetic, which I think is also a bit of a crucial thing of... If it's not just story, in my opinion, things do pitch themselves partially on aesthetics. Like, if Celeste decided, we're going to launch an update and we're going to get rid of all of the pixel art and we're going to make it like realistic renderings of things, I would not be happy with that, because like the pixel art is a very important part of the style and vibe that it's going for. That's like an important aesthetic choice. Now, there can be arguments made of like, well, what if that's something that the people who if that is something where people have, if the creators like change on how they want to present that, like that can be fine if, at the very least, if it's an actual like artistic choice, which I think is something else that kind of bothers me about the Universes Beyond, is it does not, this does not feel like a change driven by the, it does not feel like something driven by the creatives. It feels like something driven by corporate saying, hey, we need to sell more product. Aesthetics are like the story, integral to the feel the story gives. Yes. Because yeah, there are plenty of things that you play or watch for the vibes. Theseus ship, yeah, yep. So yeah, because like, again, I think there are a lot of the Universes Beyond sets that were quite cool. You hate this room, by the way? Yeah, I'm not loving it, but we're seeing what we can do. It's a lot of rhythm. With this part, at least to me, is a little evil because it feels, I don't think syncopation is quite the right word, but like it makes you stumble a little bit. It doesn't feel as clean as the others. In like the rhythm of it. But yeah, so like a lot of the Universes Beyond stuff, it's there are some things that fit aesthetically better than others, because like one of the first full Universes Beyond sets I think was 100% fantastic. Dash right into the block in the third layer. What? But when I do that, I end up dying on the spike. Have to play Baba for the rest of your life, or 100% Celeste Deathless. One of those has the ability to end, so I think it would have to be 100% Celeste Deathless, even though that may take longer than my life. At least there would be a potential for it. Yeah, that's a toughie. Blah. But yeah, I think it would be Celeste Deathless if I had to. Like Lockst, huh? From Rhythm Heaven? Ah. But yeah, no, the first full set of Universes Beyond was Lord of the Rings, which, what a fantastic crossover that did get a lot of people into the game without, see, without really mucking up the aesthetics of it, because like a lot of Western fantasy, turns out a lot of it's derived from Tolkien. Crazy, I know, controversial. Amazing that I can be so brave. But as a result, even though it's a completely different universe, it felt a lot more at home, because a lot of those things have similar aesthetic value to, or similar aesthetic values to what Magic was already doing. And like there was a mainline Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, so a D&D set, which is still technically an in-house Wizards property, and again, like it felt correct. The Warhammer set was interesting, but I would almost argue that even that almost fit the vibes, in that it was, they didn't lean hugely into the like sci-fi advanced tech end of it. So like there's like some of the magical like psyker components of it, and a lot of the machines, like Magic has a history of automata and now vehicles, and it was sort of all framed in that, in a it felt very similar to like the Brothers' War aesthetic, which is a weird aesthetic for Magic, but is rooted in the older days of it. It kind of worked. But yeah, then you get like the Doctor Who sets and whatnot, and look, I'm someone who enjoys Doctor Who. It actually got me to go watch New Who. I had watched only William Hartnell, only the first Doctor, up until that point. Oh no. God, okay. So like, you know, that's good from a certain aspect. So it's not just like properties that I like versus not. But yeah, that just sort of was getting away from it. I'm a little afraid, because like Fallout, I love Fallout, and you would think it would be somewhat similar to Warhammer, but I don't know, I guess like the very like explicit like radioactivity and whatnot, that's not a power source that's really been addressed in Magic. In fact, they've got alternatives through like Power Stones and whatnot, which, yeah, it just felt weird. Similar thing is occurring in a game cameo coming up next year for a game you're playing. The cameo makes diegetic sense, apparently has interesting parallels with the story, and so obviously an interesting idea that people already had been talking about and drawing art for. Gotcha. Eat room 1 of 90, you're so cool. Yeah, sick! No, only presuming thematic parallels based on people within the community who have played both games. Gotcha. Well, yeah, and like, sometimes giving the people what they want is not a bad thing, and can be an interesting thing to explore. But again, as like a holiday, before the cameo was announced. Right, so that was something people were already considering. And yeah, and that's, I think that's neat. But it needs to be a holiday, and like this is you know, talking to Silver a bit about like the new March update that's Christmas themed. It's like, that's cool. I would like to enjoy that. I'm someone who gets very fussy about like, I keep Christmas, I do not engage with Christmas things before December, because that to me sort of needs to be like the start of it, because it's technically not even winter. It's not winter until December, like 21st, 22nd, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Oh my god! It's been how many months? Nice stabbage, Tim. Hell yeah. Amazing. It's been so long since we got that. Hell yeah. Good to see the bots back. Yeah, full button to clear bot. No, it's been months since we've had one. I don't want a lot for Christmas. No. It's November 27th or 28th. It's not December yet. The action menu showed up a minute after Tim banned the bot. Weird. But It's winter in Animal Crossing? Yay! It's cozy. But, I don't know, for me, it's just something where I really enjoy the Christmas season, but, at least for me, what I typically do is I start on, like, December, in December, and then I, like, keep some of the decorations up until, like, early January, because there's chance of more snow and whatnot. I enjoy lights and snow and such. So, for me, it's sort of, I guess I let it bleed later, but as a result, I really don't want to let it bleed early, because that sort of subtracts from the vibes of it. Things, I think, need to have limits in order to still be somewhat special. So that's what I'm getting at, is like a comparison with like how I handle holidays, as well as how games I think should handle cameos to a certain extent. Had to wait an eternity for it to load. Yeesh. But yeah, so it's like, you know, and that's no hate to people who enjoy celebrating it early. Different people have different ways of like working out keeping things like special and fresh to them. But yeah, for me, that's I need to, like, October is Halloween month, November is generic fall month, and then December through, like, January, depending on what the weather's like, is Christmassy. Oh, alright. Good night, Tim. Thanks for hanging out. Get good rest. Boop. Instant viewers. Well, it's a bit like some instant rice, right? Just pop them in the microwave and bam. Not necessarily highly nutritious, but sometimes it's what you're craving. Blah. That one's tough because I'm not sure how you predict the timing there. I guess you can use a dash to somewhat stagger it, but to make fried rice soon? Yo, fried rice is actually genuinely, like, it's not the healthiest, but it's one of my, like, go-to dishes, because it's pretty easy to meal prep just some rice and leave it in the fridge, and then there's a lot of different ways to prep it. Ooh, mini shrimp. Shrimp fried rice, yo. Still can't top Jorlum Shop. No, Jorlum Shop, I still think. Like, how do you beat such a silly word as Jorlum? Prepping the rice, so good. I will say, though, I have been moving, I've been making smaller batches because, folks I live with keep like, bringing home good food that they're like, we need someone else to help eat this. Which, unfortunately, as a result, I often end up wasting a fair bit of rice, which makes me sad, so working on that. Really doing it. You're really going to bed in time. Whoa, huge news. Well, get some good rest, Ollie. Good night, sleep well. Have good dreams of manga. We'll never know who Jorlum is. Truly. Alright. Thank you for watching. Get some good rest. Bye. Fried rice sounds so good right now? Is there ever a time actually, no. There are times where it doesn't. But, like, usually it's just a good standby. Very excited to go with One Piece soon? Nice. You and Tim will have so much to talk about. Dash into the block from the wall. Hold right and grab the block. The going up works for me more consistently, it feels like, but the .ru domain? Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and you're right, Jammer. I thought I had tried that before, but Sadness, okay. Aw. I mean, yeah, it probably is cheapest domain names as part of it. Hey, welcome in, Orisk. How's it going? You've gotten this in under 100 deaths? Nice. I don't think I'm anywhere near this. Pretty good? Yay. Fantastic news. And hey, hello, Essie. Stabbed. Welcome, welcome. We have been on this, we're trying to get the timing right, but wah. Knocked your squats 2 days ago? Now your legs are killing me? Yes, squats sure are a time. Oh, darn it. Oh, wait, can we grab onto the right wall and time it? There we go. Inconsistent setups, which are what you recommend? Yeah. Just fast bubble. We've heard about fashing, but I guess that's good though, but damn, it's annoying. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to be getting that workout, but also I've been trying to jump rope a little bit recently and realizing, man, am I out of shape on that. I used to do 1,000 jumping jacks per day, but turns out it looks a little silly when you do it outside, and I was starting to have concerns about the floorboards of my house when I was doing it inside. Blah. 137-pound squats though, pretty hot damn. That is mighty impressive. I do not think I could squat anywhere near that. So, at the very least, impressive to me. I've seen a few bots that don't have a link to a website but give an @to someone's Twitter account. Well, I assume that sometimes they hack Twitter accounts and there might be some redirects and so on and so forth. I don't know. I am not currently familiar with the bot meta, but they get creative trying to work around stuff. No! But yes, that is a way that we can control it a little bit more, so that's a good thing. Boop. Okay. But yeah, no, like, first day on the paging job, because we have books on the bottom shelf, which is maybe a little dubious since we do have a number of older patrons. But, God, I did so much squatting, and then I just realized, screw looking professional. I am going to sit. And you know what? No one has had an issue with it, so that's great. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa-ha-ha. Oh, there's more? No! Oh! Okay. So 3 months ago with like 6 years though? Oh, hell yeah. Dublin in 3 months? Amazing. Legs are killing you the last 2 days. Yep. I did, there was I had a friend who was going into, one of the military branches, and, had a particular, like, physical fitness requirement, which included a lot of push-ups, and they had weak little noodle arms. I did too. But, there was a workout called the Crazy Russian, which I'd seen some people talk about, it's not meant for, like, actual good strength building, but it's meant to, like, physically bulk up in a 2-week thing. So I did that with them as a way to just sort of like kickstart stuff, and that was miserable. I was create a VM and open every bot link? Uh-huh. I think that means it's working. Yeah. A mirror. Just take steroids. Oh yeah, of course. What could possibly go wrong? It's a cracked mirror. Do we actually get story? Or just it teleports? Come on. Wobbly. Nope. Okay, so just in the mirror world. I am not familiar with creatine. The bots were more simple a few years ago. I clicked on one of the cheap viewers links by accident and they were lying. The viewers weren't even cheap. They were quite expensive actually. Oh, surely, because they're trying to make money off of it. It's such a silly thing. Second part of 5B. Yo! Mo. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, Celeste and on a prayer. No. Okay. B-sides aren't canon. Why do you expect story? I don't know, because it feels like there should be more. Creatine is one of the few supplements I'm taking. No downsides, really. Just helps muscles. Gotcha. So, something that just sort of helps with stimulating muscle growth. Okay. On a health journey. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of stuff when it comes to, like... I really want to take more time and effort on, I want to take more time and effort on, like, my diet and health, but something that I've found is, like, a very consistent issue with that for me is... The science, heavy air quotes, tends to change a lot, because a lot of what is out there tends to be very commercially motivated, and it is very hard to find studies that I look at and I go, I actually feel good about the nature of this study and can trust it. So it's one of those things where I've become somewhat lethargic on it, because it's like I don't know how to find what I would consider good information on it. Because I mean, even for things where it's like very clear cut and important, like I have friends who have diabetes, where you need to know a lot about how carbs work and so on and so forth. And turns out that quite a bit of food on shelves is not even clear about its carb content. Non-canon things can have story, just ask Kirby. Yeah, I don't actually know much about it, but yes, in general, non-canon things can have story, or at least like an internal story, like some sort of side tangent or along those lines. The cyans, huh? It's totally true, but it's really come together in the last 5 years or so on 4 things. 1 is be a healthy weight. Yep. 2 is supersize. I don't know what you mean by supersize. 3 is sleep. 4, healthy social life. Yes, and like a lot of those things are exercise. Yes, yes, no, 100%. Want to be healthy? Exercise. Yes, no, and that's absolutely true, and that's why I'm trying to find ways to that's why I'm trying to find ways to reintegrate it, because like that's, I think the healthiest I've been. I was actually consistently losing weight and feeling a lot more energetic when I was doing. Basically, what I did was 5 sets of 200 jumping jacks per day, because what that did was it was only like a 3 or 4 minute burst. So I turn on some like little 4-minute clip of something, do that, hammer that out, and my heart rate was elevated a lot for those 4 minutes and a fair bit for like another 10 minutes. So I was getting probably an hour and 15 of elevated heart rate throughout the day, and I was feeling good. But yeah, it's just I don't really have a convenient place to do it. So I'm trying to find things where I feel a little more socially acceptable that will do similar stuff. So that's why I'm like, jump rope. That's something. But man, an actual jump rope is tough. Typing is hard. No, I get it. Also, as far as exercise goes, strength training greater than cardio. Really? Because what I've been, from what I have seen, is that cardio seems to do better for overall health, but I'm willing to be told otherwise. What you eat is important, especially if you're immunocompromised or have physical maladies, but OSFA, exercise. Yeah, no, that's, no, and that's diet, yeah. I've got a friend who's been using Noom for diet stuff and seems to have been working fairly well for them, but they're also someone who's a psych student, so really enjoys that aspect of it. Disappeared for like a bit? No worries. That's as clear on it now. Strength training is better for overall health, but cardio is still important for sure. Really? I will need to look at that, because yeah, that is one of the few things that I actually felt fairly confident on when I was looking at it previously. So focusing on diet and strength right now, getting to cardio once you weight is good. Fair enough. What you should eat is immensely dependent on your personal conditions. Yes. Well, that's something that I've always thought is interesting, and I have not seen a whole lot of study into it, but you get a lot of cultures that people are like, look at how healthy they are, that tend to have a very like restricted diet based on necessity and availability. And I do know that there has been some stuff coming out on the effectiveness of your like gut flora and fauna, on its ability to extract nutrients. I know that in a lot of fairly industrialized Western societies, we tend to eat a fairly wide variety of foods, and I can't help but wonder if that inconsistency has some impact on our ability to properly process things. But that is, to be very clear, entirely conjecture. So, dude, that is in no way trying to suggest that that is an actual scientific thing. That is just something that I have been personally curious about and would like to see some research into. Even some restaurants aren't clear on carbohydrates? Absolutely. Also, welcome. Hey, Cicada. No, it's frustrating. Especially if they're like someone who is trying to control with diet. Makes it really tough. And I know that a lot of it's funny, it's again, I've watched YouTubers talking about the history of it in America, so I don't know as much outside of that, but I know like the 2,000 calorie daily requirement, at least in the US, was something that was basically, let's round it and make it easy for people, which is like, You can make up for a lot of deficiencies with supplements, but you need to test to find out what you're deficient in. Carbs versus fat doesn't actually really matter. It's all calories in out. That makes sense, because I know that, yeah, there was a lot of, like, vilification of fat a while back, and it's like, that's just more dense, right? Lingo, the fall moment. I'm doing this wrong? What? No. Heavily influenced by lobbying? Very willing to believe that. Ah! Oh, I wonder if we dash up left. But yeah, no. Carbs versus fat does matter with particular medical conditions, i.e. diabetes. But yeah, no, for when it comes to, like, weight and such. 100%. Because I will say, learning a little bit about diet management for diabetics was really interesting, because, like, your body processes fiber differently than other types of carbs and so on and so forth. A wall jump is needed? From where? Oh! Me not noticing the fine wall? Villainization of carbs more recently. Right, because of, like, because of sugar and such. With children, tykes need their energy. Yeah. Oh, wait, oh, there's an even bigger wall. I'd only noticed the, like, tiny little platform. There we go. Yes, I do. I am aware of right trigger, contrary to popular belief. Chapter 3, and I missed 2 berries. No! Johan blind? A little, maybe. There we go. Oh, God. Want more of your calories to be protein if possible over fat and carbs, especially if on a diet. Makes sense. But, like, at the same time, but not that I'm holding up medieval peasants as a, you know, super healthy group, but I know that humans have existed relatively healthily during the agricultural booms when, like, wheat and or rice is a very significant portion of the diet. So I have to assume that there are some ways to make that work. Good day, just lurking? No worries. That is kind of what I figured, but whenever you chat, I always want to make sure to say welcome. Because we enjoy our raiders. Glad that folks can have a good time just listening. So, hello, welcome. That is all I will call you out. Don't worry. The case of Johan missing easy things but finding the really difficult thing instantly. Ayo. Peasant's farm. Farming is that time. Yep, meant exercise. No, and that's... I agree, right? It's because it was a much more active lifestyle than sitting in an office 9 to 5. Beans and rice is classical regional meal for a reason. Yep. They just didn't eat as many calories and did more physical work. Yep. So what I think the takeaway here is, in this economy, just make sure that you're out doing physical labor for information sector wages, and then you can actually afford to eat. I kid. But yeah. I love, like, potatoes as just a fascinating thing when you consider how influential they were in, like, allowing the Industrial Revolution to happen, because they were just so nutritionally and calorically dense compared to other crops at the time. That's like, wow. That was, what? Because they're originally from Peru? So, thank you, Peruvian farmers, for cultivating potatoes. Because, geesh. Strength training only takes like 2 to 3 hours a week? Ah. Yeah, I would probably need to pick up some weights if I was going to do that. More than that, you're going to ruin your muscles, so instead of grow them. Yes, overworking stuff. As someone who does baking, yes, you can absolutely your muscles are like pastry. They need a certain number of folds to grow, but you can easily overwork them. Yeah, no, I can't do a gym these days. Because, or I cannot go to a gym where other people are, because, yeah. Yeah, that is... I have heard people say, like, oh, I can't breathe in a mask. And I think, by and large, unless they've got a very weird, a very weird setup for how their body is, I have experienced that not at all. Except with the notable exception of intense exercise, because that you start getting a lot of humidity in there, and it is tough to actually get like a good amount of air content. I could not be masked in a gym, and I would not be able to go to a gym that way. So, but yeah, doing a home gym, possibly. But I'm also trying to figure out moving, so I don't want to invest too heavily in stuff at the moment. Or if you endure chronic fatigue. No, and there are people who have things that absolutely can make it rough. If your breathing is already shallow, if you've got, people with asthma and whatnot I've seen, but I have met so many people that are perfectly fit and healthy by their own standards, who are like, it's hard to breathe in it. It's like, I think that you just don't want to wear a mask, which you are allowed to not wear a mask, but please do not lie to me. As someone who gets very frustrated about, sorry, I won't get into another big ramble, but some of the things I've seen people pass off as masks. There are psychological reasons that could be the case, but I'm hot take as someone who has been significantly impacted by it. If you're contributing to the deaths of other people and the prolonging a pandemic for the psychological reasons of feeling like it's hard to breathe, then perhaps you need to not be going out as much. Remember, even one-size-fits-all solutions do not fit all. 100%. That's quite literally, I've noticed that with some of the one-size-fits-all masks. I've got a friend whose nose is physically too large. But yeah, that is something, I admit, that is not something where I'm particularly charitable with people, but that's because my life and the life of some of my loved ones has been significantly impacted by people, in my opinion, behaving very irresponsibly during the pandemic, which is still going. Not necessarily lying. This is fair. But there are some people, especially wearing like gaiters and such and calling it a mask, that I'm like, nah. No, rambles is like the whole point. It's more, this is something where I am heated, and I do not want to be super critical of people, because it's just me whining, basically. But so it's not even so much philosophy, it's just, hey, my life has been significantly screwed up because the pandemic is still going and people have moved on. But careful specialization will almost always work better than general solutions. Absolutely, certainly. But it's just, there were so many people that were going out and flaunting stuff, that were flaunting regulations, not doing any amount of consideration for the pandemic. It is something that frustrates me a lot, because yeah. Also, it's always frustrating when you run into people who then get upset at you for doing what I have been yelled at by people for wearing a mask, because it reminds them that it's still going on. They cannot handle the fact that other people are doing steps that are necessary to protect themselves, which is a very frustrating position to be in. But yeah. Anger rambles. Yeah, no, and that's why it's like, it's something, if people have questions about stuff, I'm happy to talk about it, and it's something that affects my life a fair bit, so it's like, it does come up, but I don't want to turn it into just, Johan is upset about how people have handled the pandemic stream, because that's not fun. But yeah. I will say, I am... One thing to keep an eye on is I have some concerns, at least in the US, about new strain of avian flu that seems to be jumping a bit. So far, mostly to people in close contact, but sleepy eepy nobo? Hey, well then, get some good rest. Don't know how to fix your sleep though, that's the hardest part of this journey? Yeah. No. Sleep is a really tough thing. Especially, we have so many things that make it easy to disrupt our sleep schedule. I'll let it go, then I have your bugbears as well. Yeah, no worries. And that's why I'm just like, this is something where it's like, I cannot speak about this in a very removed fashion, so... If you end up playing Rhythm Doctor on stream, when it would be, I still don't know for certain. I still need to double check. I'm planning on making an attempt this Saturday to play it. I don't know if it will be on Twitch or if we'll do it as a Discord stream. I'm still trying to dial in what my comfort level is, but that is my current hope, is to try and take a crack on it around the normal time on Saturday. Oop. All the way there, no. Never been in Discord. Yeah, I don't exactly know how to make that work either. So it will be new. It's just that is something where I would then actually be able to play it without any concerns about copyright. I could also potentially do it as like an unarchived Twitch stream, because slap on the wrist type stuff, but that is also something where that is a boundary that I know people are interested in pushing, and I still have difficulties in boundary setting, so it's one of those things of like, I could make an exception, but I also need to be careful about making exceptions. Yeah, pretty much. So it would probably be like muting the channel, essentially, but yeah, it feels strange. I don't know. It is something I'm thinking about. Like that radio setting? There's a radio setting on Discord? Huh. Intriguing. But yeah, so that it's basically just broadcasting. Oh, speaking of, I need to look into copyright as it pertains to newspapers, because something that I sometimes really enjoy doing is listening to recordings of like radio broadcasts, or I've occasionally found like music that was playing in stores that got recorded from decades ago. I love listening to that and just getting like little snapshots into the past. I think it would be a very interesting like criticism of copyright to do a running like breaking news on the bleeding edge of newspaper copyright. But I don't know exactly how that works with how authorship tends to be compiled and such. Only one person is allowed to use microphone and share a screen, and whoever joins is muted. Yeah. Yep, something along those lines, probably. You can do a funny here? Ah, okay. I'm assuming part of that funny is letting it get the doorknobs for or the doorbells for us. Ugh. Okay. It got 1, 2, 3. So it got most of them. That's kind of nice. It got all 4. Fantastic. Could we have drawn it up any better? That's so good. Did not know that was a thing. We knew that we had seen before that they're able to trigger the things for us, but I did not know it would just do the entirety of it. That's really funny to me. Okay. Oh, we need to hit the button. Oh no! I got greedy there. I didn't go. I should have tried to go further. Blah. Why are the keys in the Monster Patrol? Because sometimes the evil geniuses that design dungeons probably should have had a better planning committee. I mean, consider how often henchmen in games just walk in the exact same pattern. That seems like an oversight that you'd probably get some sort of, like, board that would do good reviews to make sure that things like that don't accidentally happen. Boop. Oh, now I want a game that's just, you're part of a villainous layer planning committee. No! Boop. I assume that the monsters create a lot of problems for speedruns in that they add a lot of, like, randomization for things. Would be my guess, but I don't know. At the same time, they also probably allow for some very interesting skips. Can't wait for me to reach a section. I assume a particular section. Not really? The monster have no RNG. It's completely based on your movement? Interesting, because I guess that's fair. I feel like I'm moving the exact same way, but I'm probably not. Oh, okay, so we need to be on the right side of the wall. Aha! Yes, our movement is the RNG. It's the weirdo behind the keyboard. No! I did the exact same thing! When will I learn? No, okay. Oh dear. Is like the textures? I'm sorry, what? There's randomness in the textures? I'm confused. Look at the walls. Well, right, they've got like flashing and such, so that's something where it's random flashing and particles and such, or okay. No. Okay. I'm getting to the point where I can open it. I just cannot stick that landing for the life of me. The set of different sprites it can choose and will grab it randomly. It is consistently random, however. Ah. Intriguing. Yeah, I assume that would be something where they were going through like a very particular cycle. It's a fun fact, if you climb to the very top of a wall, the seeker can't actually get you if it starts below you. Ah. Right, yeah, motion of particles I can see being randomly done. But yeah, I would not have expected that with the textures. No! Wait! Like the windy snow. You just grab forever since bouncing refills your stamina? Huh? Oh, because so it will try and get to you, but you just get to repeatedly bounce on it? That's kind of great. Oh dear. Wait. Nope. Okay. We made it. There's a video where someone modded the game where whenever the game tries to load a random value, it gives the same value. Oh, and then the particles and textures just didn't? It looks interesting. I can imagine. Damn. Huh. You stay still until it starts to charge and just climb up, it doesn't get you? Huh. Always more to learn in Celeste. Yeah. Oh, right. Yes, so it can destroy those. Right. Ah! So we kind of need it to. Ugh. See, bubble timing I have a lot of trouble with. So we go... I think we're trying to go, like, straight down and then drift in. Hooah! Hey, no! I think this will probably be our last room for Celeste for the day before we swap over to Rain World. But I believe in us. Okay, that was nice, but... Oh! Oh, the burst was able to destroy it? Interesting. I thought that it had to actually physically run in, but it looks like the respawn was able to destroy. Okay. Okay. No, no. Hit this thing, please. No. No! Ah! Yeah, no, so I guess I don't fully understand what's causing them to burst in some cases, but... So this will make it burst. Yes. Okay. Ah! Should have bounced on it first, but okay. So yes, so it is the burst doing it. Hooah! Bam. No! This is some images of the broken RNG thing if you want to look at it in the transition. Oh yeah, certainly. Okay. No! Unless they're dashing into the block or blowing up in close vicinity. Yeah. Yeah, I think the degree that is considered close vicinity was weirding me out because there were a couple of times where it looked like it should, / times when it looked like it shouldn't, but it did. But we're getting there. So this will do it. And I needed to be grabbing further up so that we could have jumped. Okay. We're learning. Ah! Okay. I almost rescued that, but probably not really. No. Ah! This is just one of those things, apparently. Straight into the spikes. Oh my god. Bent into the spikes. I'm either going too soon or too late, and I can't find that medium. Okay, so maybe we just work on doing the down right there. There we go. Hooah! And I think we'll call it there for today. I know. I don't know how much more there is though, and I want to make sure that we get about two-ish hours of the Rain World. So, this has been some good Celeste. I feel like we've made some pretty good progress on 5B. Like I feel good about that amount. But we've got to figure out how to deal with the wall in Rain World. So, this has been fantastic. Thank you all for watching, but we are going to be taking a 3-minute break here. This is a fantastic opportunity to stand up, stretch, grab some water, grab a snack. Remember that you have a corporeal form and please take care of it. If you've got meds and now is an appropriate time to take them, please do so. And if you've got something else that you need to transition to in your day, this is going to be a great opportunity since we're going to be crunching along on Rain World. I'm sure you'll be riveted. Also, remember to look outside and remember that there is a lovely world out there, be it day or night. Johan is not the only thing going on, so remember to enjoy that as well. But for now, I must bid you adieu. We will take a little break, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Yep, we'll do the images after break, because I really need to pee. So, catch you in a minute. Bye!